This month, lots of cool things happening in the world of Sonic games, fan games in particular, and in the next few months, some interesting things to take note of in terms of officially released titles as well. Okay, first of all, Sage Expo, the Sonic Amateur Games Expo, is out now. Go to it at sagexpo.org. Check link in description. Okay, all sorts of really cool things going on there. Among notable things, there's another build of Project Mettrix EO2, a PC game engine for Sonic the Hedgehog coded from the ground up. There's also a release of a game called Sonic Bastardized, a very early demo of a 3D Sonic engine. Super Mario Kingdoms, because it's not just Sonic after all. Game looks pretty impressive overall. Haven't had a chance to play it quite yet, though. Other things, I noticed that there's one game here, I haven't really gotten a chance to play it either, Yoshi's Isle Sonic Style. Has a very interesting art set to it, reminiscent of, in fact, Yoshi's Island for the SNES. Let's see here, anything else? Sonic MegaMix. The final build of Sonic MegaMix is available here. The project has basically been cancelled now, and you can get builds for the Sega CD. You can test it with that. Other things, there's also a game here, Sonic Rebirth. Looks to be the original game with a new facelift and some... I guess the way I would look at it is if you, say, made like... not really an HD remix of Sonic 1 even. It's... I guess it is. I haven't gotten a chance to play it either. I haven't played a lot of these games, unfortunately, just because I haven't really had the time yet, sorry. So yeah, that's that. Also in the world of the fan games, a new engine is coming out. The legendary Saxman is releasing his Pro Sonic engine no later, in fact, than tomorrow, the 22nd. It will be a beta release. You can check it out. There should be a place to get it at sonicretro.org. I'll probably post a link to the forum topic in the description. You should be able to access it from there. Probably tomorrow you can click on the link at some point. I mean, tomorrow from the time I'm recording this, it's the 21st now. Specifically 2:55 in New Mexico, just so you know. So yeah, you will definitely want to go check that out when it comes available. So keep taking a look at that. So that's also really nice. Another thing is also on that site. They've got a project trying to remaster Sonic 2 into an HD format. So that's pretty cool. Higher resolution Sonic 2 sort of thing with some extra graphical and music enhancements to it. If you'd like to contribute, if you'd like to try your hand at creating some new artwork for the game, or if you think you'd like to try working some music, if you're good at that sort of stuff, please, by all means. It's a fairly open project. You just got to register and type somewhat coherently, be able to involve in conversation. So you should go ahead and definitely try to contribute to that if you'd like, or if you want. Another project that's kind of been split off from the Sonic Retro forums is something called Sonic 4 Fan Game. Doesn't really have a title, it's just a working thing for now. Definitely worth checking out. It's also a mostly open project. Again, they wanted a little bit of a sample of your work before you can actually really contribute too heavily. So you'll want to look at that too. So that's some good stuff as well, definitely. So yeah. In terms of actual games, there are a few games coming out. A couple of them this year. Sonic Unleashed. I mean, everyone's heard of it by now. You know, it's the game where Sonic is a werewolf. I've made a video or two of it already. I don't think it's completely ridiculous, and actually, to a degree, it actually ends up making sense. I know the reason that they're including the werewolf seems to be that, you know, people are getting tired of Sonic games being only really fast-paced platforming. And since it's like Sonic Rush, that's exactly what the Sonic gameplay in this game is going to look like from what we've seen of the demos so far. There will be rails. If you don't like that, it may not be your thing, but I think it's definitely worth checking out. I just hope they can get what looks to be a couple of occasional frame rate problems under control. I'd like to see that get a little bit more consistent. They've been working on an engine for 3 years, the Hedgehog engine, to try to support super fast speeds on this game of what's basically 300 miles per hour or faster, basically. Yeah. So I actually kind of enjoy some of the faster games. I would like Sonic Rush. I think. I mean, I know like the stuff in Sonic MegaMix that's kind of fast. It's pretty cool stuff. I mean, not everyone's like it, finding it a little too hold right, but I happen to enjoy it. So I'm definitely going to check this out. I probably won't get it when it first comes out, but yeah, it's definitely something worth making note of, and I think it's going to be better than some of the more recent games have been. It certainly looks to be a lot more stable than the other ones have been. So as long as like some the occasional like gameplay glitch like with the video doesn't really occur, it should be okay. It will certainly be playable anyway. There's also Sonic and the Black Knight. Everyone's like, Sonic goes through the levels with swords. This is a problem. Oh no. Even this, I for some reason, I mean, I think if you gave Mario a sword, it would be a bad thing. But for some reason, I don't think Sonic with a sword is totally ridiculous. I mean, it's a follow up to Sonic and the Secret Rings. Basically, in this case, instead of being based on the Arabian Nights tales, it's instead based on Arthurian legend, and so Sonic goes up against figures from that kind of lore, and as a result has to go up against knights and holds onto a sword. Doesn't seem totally ridiculous that the knights would force Sonic to use the sword or something, so some sort of honor and chivalry thing I'm sure they're going to throw into the storyline. But beyond that, the idea of Sonic only attacking with his spines, I mean, yeah, I know. It's a leap of faith you got to take here, but Sonic is really a character based on cartoons from the 20s and 30s. He borrows a lot of his designs from Felix the Cat. And as a result, if you take a look at that, I mean, Felix the Cat, I mean, it's more Bugs Bunny that did stuff like that, but, I mean, it's not out of character for cartoon characters from the era to go into these crazy adaptations of Arthurian legend and Arabian Nights. I know there was a Bugs Bunny Arabian Nights thing. I don't know, I vaguely think he was cross-dressing as Scheherazade or something, and Elmer Fudd was like the Sultan or whatever. I don't really remember. Anyway, yeah, so cool stuff right there. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing. The only thing I'm worried about is really more of the gameplay. I don't think it's going to control quite the same as Sonic and the Secret Rings. I think it's actually going to use analog control, and you're not going to be pushed forward. So that should be a good thing overall. It's almost certainly going to make use of that new attachment for the Wii, like, motion sensing controls. So I'm pretty sure that's one of the reasons why they've decided to make it Arthurian legend and give Sonic a sword. Maybe not the most organic given the nature of Sonic's style, but since it is really a spin-off title in the first place, I mean, I don't really think of it as the same canon. I mean, I also kind of think of like the Game Gear games from way back when as being a different series entirely, though they had Sonic. They kind of mirrored the original. So anyway, that's my rambling on that subject. So it'll be out in February. They're not spreading themselves too thin on that one, I think, because it's being handled by a completely different team. Whether or not that's a good thing remains to be seen. There really hasn't been a lot of gameplay demos or videos up yet, so we really have no idea on that. But going back to Unleashed for a moment, just something to keep in mind is that there will be versions released for the PS3 and 360, which will be handled entirely by Sega, and then the versions for the Wii and PS2 will have a lot of design, like for levels and stuff, actually outsourced to DIMPs. They were the guys who did like Sonic Pocket Adventure, and back when it was still part of SNK. Then they split off and they worked on the Advance series and Rush as well. So if you do enjoy the Rush series, I mean, I can pretty much guarantee that you will like the levels in this game then. But they're not for everyone. It may require a rental given the record of some of the more recent Sonic games, I'll have to admit. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll enjoy the gameplay, but your mileage may vary. That's really it. So yeah, check out links for Pro Sonic. Definitely look at Sage. In a couple of hours, they'll actually be doing something with Richard Jakes, if you're watching this, like, more or less as it's coming uploaded. So yeah, that's 6 p.m. Eastern today, if you get a chance. I think it'd be really cool. I mean, I like to fool around with music and stuff as well, so I'm going to take a look at that.